What is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here. We are at AT&T, a little pregame. Still early, but we're gonna get this tailgate thing going. So if any of you guys are hanging out, deciding to go to the game, you come over to Lot 10. We'll be chilling. We'll have a small crew here just hanging. It'll be very low key. It's not gonna be like the Cowboys Cave annual tailgate party that we had, earlier this year versus the Ravens. This is kind of last minute thing, going out, breaking out the old school Gogan because we need to get some old school mentality on this team, and hopefully, I know some of you guys want to be Team Tank, but I can't do that, man. I gotta, if I'm flying out here, I got to see this team win. So, a lot of Texans fans. I'll be honest with you. I think they're hoping to. Team hasn't been so great either. So, I don't know if I don't know if I'd be hyping them up just yet. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna play this thing out. Cowboys gonna show up. Fans we're gonna have to show up, and it is what it is, man. Hopefully we can get out of here with a win. I saw my man Tyson fight on Friday night. Not sure how. Not sure if I want to go 0-2. Tyson didn't let me down, man. He's 58 years old, but definitely was hoping he'd beat up the young guys. So maybe we got some young guys on this team that can handle it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got cuts coming out here. Man, Frank, he'll be out here. We had a good time with our guy George Teague last night, chopping it up, talking some football, talking some college, McCain's and Bama, and all you SEC guys. Just remember, you guys can be sleeping on McCain's, but we handle that business the next couple of weeks. We'll be in that ACC championship game. We'll go ahead and we're going to play SMU. It should be a good game. Handle that business, and then more than likely we'll be could be facing Bama in the playoffs in that second round if they get back. So um, let's see. What do we got, man? We got PJ, you out here tailgating and just lost the TV due to wind. It is windy as hell, man. It is windy as hell. We ain't even putting up I don't think we're gonna be able to put a tent up in this place because it's gonna be windy. But I'd rather, being a Florida guy, I'd rather take this over that sun beating on you, sweating you out. So it's gonna be good. What's up, Carl? And we're just chilling, man. We're just chilling. The weather's perfect. It's perfect football weather for an indoor stadium. That's what I'm talking about, man. Maybe Jerry needs to open up these, open up the dome, open up the side, let that fresh air in, man. What's up, Edgar? But I tell you, the one thing I'd say, when we came to the tailgate for the Ravens, and I don't know, because maybe Monday night's a little bit different. It's definitely a somber mood here early on. It's not as crazy. Obviously, I know some people are obviously disappointed and it might be calling it a day. But I'm here. I'm hanging with Cowboys Nation. It's a lot of fun, and to me, that's really what it's all about. And I go in with no pressure, expectations right now with where we're at injury wise, quarterback wise. I'm just going there, but I want to win. And I know some of you guys said, man, I want to go in there and lose, but I just don't have that losing mentality, man. I don't like losing. I don't like losing at anything. And sure the hell don't want to watch my team lose right in front of my eyes, man. So we'll see what happens. But what's up, Darren? What's going on, brother? Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. It's been disappointing, some of the decisions that he's made. I, yeah, always going to be DC for life. Yeah, it's just unfortunate the way the whole season played out, with some of the injuries. And you got to blame Jerry as being the GM. They didn't address depth, let a lot of guys go, which I was just talking about it earlier. Just some guys that, yeah, I didn't mind who left. I just wanted to see this team bring in some people, and they didn't really bring anybody. So, yeah, definitely. Uh, yeah, if you're heading out, man, if you're heading out the game, we're gonna be in lot 10. We're gonna be in lot 10. We're gonna be kicking it. Cuts is gonna be he's gonna be cooking up some stuff. We're just gonna be chilling, have some beers, and get ready for this game on a very windy day in Dallas. It's gonna be windy, but hopefully, since we're indoors, it really don't much matter for the throwing it. It's gonna be no advantage. So, but maybe Jerry. Well, the lights. It's gonna be dark out, so the shade ain't gonna matter. So we'll see what happens. But Texas. Let's go Texans. Can't think that way, man. I know Ultra. you got that mentality. I just don't have that losing mentality, man. I just can't do it. Just not my DNA. If they lose, they lose. But if they win, I'll be walking out happy because that's just the way it is. Let the draft fall where it falls. I mean, there ain't no guarantee with any picks. There's no guarantee on who they draft. There's no guarantee on who they get. All I can guarantee is today. Can't worry about tomorrow. And today, I want to see the Cowboys win. That's just the way. That's just the way it goes, man. That's just the way it goes. So we'll see. The Texans haven't looked that good. I mean, really, they blew that game against Detroit. They had a big lead and blew that. Got 5 interceptions, blew that. They haven't really scored. I don't know if they scored a touchdown in the second half in a long time. So the Texans, their fans might be confident playing a wounded, depleted Cowboys team, but they haven't looked that great, and they haven't looked that great against some bad teams too. So it's not going to be easy. I wouldn't bet on it. Definitely wouldn't bet on the Cowboys. I think they're getting 7 points, so not going to bet on the game. But maybe the Cowboys can find it within themselves, get that running game going, commit to the run, slow the game down, and Cooper Rush could look a hell of a lot better than he did last week because that was terrible. So, but yeah, and a lot of people asked me about that Tyson fight. We went to it. You got the entertainment value was really good. The AT&T stadium was crazy. It was a lot of fun. There's my man Mark. He forgot the table, so he had to go out and buy another table, but he did get it for $14 because he's a very shrewd negotiator. My man knows how to handle his business. So. Yeah, well, I mean, it's work. The parking lot hadn't even opened yet, so it's definitely you got to wait for the parking lot to open. We got another 45 minutes till the parking lot opens, something like that. Yeah, I think we got to wait. I think we got to wait a little bit longer. So we still got some things to wait on, but definitely, any of you guys just checking us out on Twitter or on YouTube or hanging with us in the cave on YouTube, hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit the share, all that good stuff. This is an impromptu. We're going to be taking some videos when we get going. We're going to try and get that morale up a little bit just for a day, right? Just for a day, get that morale up, see if we can get this win. But I was talking about the Tyson fight, and it was cool, man. You got to give Jake Paul credit. That man knows how to promote. He knows how to get a spectacle going. I mean, the crowd was crazy. I think it was the second largest crowd for a boxing match or boxing event. And I mean, it was really a young guy who hadn't fought no one and it has been. So, I mean, that's pretty damn good. I mean, that was the biggest crowd Tyson's had. I think 60 million people watched. So all these people hate on it. Their eyeballs are watching. It's just like the Cowboys. People hate on the Cowboys, but they all watch them. It's just either you want to watch them lose or you want to watch them win, but you're all still watching. So it really doesn't matter. It's not cold. It's just windy. It's not cold. It's windy. Now the sun's starting to come out to warm it up a little bit too. So sun's coming out. You need that wind to die down. I don't even know if I mind the wind not dying down because it actually feels pretty good. Like I said, it feels pretty good. Let's see. At the end of the day, the Cowboys are the NFL team of Texas. That is true. I mean, I can't argue with that. So I got to agree. I just think for the Cowboys to get Nico back for the Texans just in time for us. You got, Diggs, J. Lou's not going to play, Bland's not playing, so the secondary's absolutely been annihilated. Obviously, Micah will be there. Don't really have, probably not going to have Tank the rest of the year. Nealon, so you're not really getting a whole lot else back on defense. Brandon Cooks isn't playing, but we're going to get a chance to see Mingo, see what he's got, and get some of these young receivers in. It's time to figure out who wants to step up and who needs to step out, in the next season. So it'll be cool. Yeah, definitely don't need the curtain. They had the curtains for the Tyson fight, though. The curtains worked. And, yeah, CJ, it's that sophomore slump, man. A lot of these quarterbacks, that second year, it's always kind of a transition year. The team's got more film on them, start to figure him out. And he's got to make his adjustments. He's a damn good quarterback. Make no mistake about it. He'll be fine. But the Texans have not looked as good as they did last year. They're definitely vulnerable. And but they're playing a vulnerable team, so something's got to give. We give up a shit ton of points in the third quarter. They can't seem to score any points in the third quarter, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, Eagles, KC. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if anyone's going to beat Detroit in the NFC. Um, and KC always beats Buffalo, but Buffalo seems like a team. They just look different. I mean, Josh Allen looks different. They look like a hungry team, man. They look like a hungry team. So I don't know. I don't know if I mean I never want to bet against Mahomes, but I'm liking the way Buffalo's looking. They got a lot of blue collar guys. They let some of their big name guys go, and they bring in these young hungry dudes. And they made that trade for Cooper, and that's paying off for them a little bit. They get healthy, get Coleman back, and that offense. And they got the running game. They got something that we don't have. They got a damn good running game. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. The AFC is definitely top to bottom got the best teams. The other thing I'm trying to figure out is how the hell these Cowboys beat the Steelers. I mean, can we get that team to show up tonight? Because the Steelers look like the real deal, man. Their defense is as advertised, and had that running game going, beat Baltimore. It seems like Baltimore can never beat them for whatever reason. So, but anyway, man, what's up, all you guys in the chat, man? Appreciate it. We're gonna come back. We're gonna wait and see. Get the crew here. Wait for Frankie to get here. Cuts is gonna be getting here. I know Jay Tuck's gonna be coming by, so we're gonna have a good time. We got some other people swinging by. Like I said, this is gonna be a windy tailgate, low key Cowboys Cave tailgate party. Kind of get the mood right, and we'll see. Hopefully, we don't start winning now and screw it. I mean, like I said, Edgar, I really don't care. I can't control the draft, man. I can't control it. I mean, damn, Tom Brady got picked in the 6th round, so the draft is no science. There's no science to it. You just hope the Cowboys did some good scouting. Wherever they pick, man. Can't worry about it. I know you guys. I know some people do, and I don't hate you guys for it, but I can't. Wherever they pick, man. Wherever they go, they go. They got Emmitt Smith. What was he like? 18, 20, whatever it ended up being. He ended up being one of the best running backs of all time, one of the best Cowboy running backs. So just see what happens, man. Just enjoy the season, man. Enjoy the week to week. Don't worry about the draft, man. The draft will come when it comes, and wherever the Cowboys pick, they pick. More than likely, if they get a top pick, they'll probably trade down anyway. So it really ain't gonna matter, especially if they're going after a quarterback. Now, I said if I had the opportunity, if the Cowboys ended up getting a top pick and there was a quarterback there, I would take him, only because I just don't think you can pass up on a franchise quarterback if you feel that strong about him, even though you got a quarterback. You see what the Packers did for a couple generations between Favre and Rodgers and Love. You see what the Chiefs did. They had Alex Smith, and they went ahead and drafted Mahomes. You see the Cousins, and the Falcons went ahead and got Penix. I just don't think I don't think you pass up on a quarterback if you feel there's one that's a franchise quarterback that you feel strong about. If they don't, whatever they do in the draft, I think they need to get playmakers. I think they need to get some dogs and some playmakers. I don't think they need to be drafting no more offensive linemen right now. I think you got your core guys. I think you need to fill the holes up with some veterans and get some veterans in here that you can count on. You just can't keep drafting offensive linemen. We've been rebuilding this offensive line for 20 years, always drafting offensive linemen, and it hadn't really paid off the way we want. So, Travis Hunter, if he fell to us, I'd do some backflips, get a guy like that that's a playmaker. Or if you got a defensive guy, obviously an edge rusher, something like that, I'd be cool with that too. So we got enough draft talk to talk about later, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, old Jimmy, man. I feel bad for Jimmy D. I hadn't talked to him. We're pretty cool where when our teams lose, we don't talk shit to each other too much. But my brother's a Broncos fan, and he just texted out. He goes, "That's how you beat a bad team." And Broncos look good, man. But you look at the Broncos; they get Bo Nix. Now, if Bo Nix ends up being the real deal, I mean, that changes everything. It changes everything for that Bronco team. They got a strong defense. You got the quarterback, starting to play. I mean, they could be one of those scary teams that you just don't want to see in the playoffs, especially with the defense they have, because they've been playing good defense. They've been playing good defense, yeah, since Colombo. There you go. And like I said, the Cowboys always. I mean, if you really think about it, look at their line now. I mean, you got Guyton, you got BB, and you got Smith. You got three guys that are under probably 24 years old, maybe even younger. Steele has been disappointing. You maybe move on from him. Martin's gone. So you get a couple veterans, man. You mix in some youth, get a couple veterans to hold it down. You still got some depth behind them that maybe you elevate like a Bass. Whoops. Maybe, yeah, that wind is fierce. Maybe you elevate Bass, and that fills your other spots, and now you're just looking at another tackle. So anyway, wind's getting crazy. We're gonna. I'll be heading back. We'll be coming back live as soon as my man Cuts gets here. I just got to help out. We're gonna get everything cleaned up. I see my man Frankie walking up, so we'll be back at you. We'll be coming live a few times. So man, if you want to get the flavor and the taste, like you're at AT&T hanging with the Cowboys Cave, definitely check us out. Make sure you hit that subscribe, like, share, all that kind of good stuff. We'll be seeing you soon. You guys take care. Peace out.